All right, rise and shine. It's Mer World Card time. Then Dan, the great curator, there he is on my left over there.
I'm feeling
Dan, I want to
good.
wish you happy birthday, brother. You had your birthday on Saturday, correct?
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I did.
I hope you had a good one. Sorry I had to miss it. I already had a prior commitment in Ohio.
If you guys didn't know, Merlin went to an orgy in the desert.
Whoa. Hey, this isn't Mer World After Dark. They shouldn't hear that kind of stuff. No, it was fun too. We had like themes and cooked a lot of food. One of my friend's wives is a chef, and they made lots of food. Even Maria cooked, and she did a really good job. She's not a cooker.
Nice.
And she helped with things. We had like 20 people. We slept in a queen size bunk bed with another couple. But they were up.
It was a swingers party, guys.
They're down at the bottom. No. So, but we had a good time, even though it poured down rain all weekend. But on Saturday, it was sunny, and we had a beautiful view in Ohio. We were on top of a mountain overlooking the ocean, and there was a pool, hot tub, sauna. There was even bocce ball court thing, but it was too wet for bocce ball. But I had a good time. So, Dan, how was your birthday? How's it like being in the 40 club?
Well, man, I gotta say, like, I don't feel like I'm 40. I still feel like
you don't look 40.
I feel like it's Asian genes. They're good Asian genes.
Sound like Maria.
We stay out of the sun. That's why. But I still feel like a kid. To be honest, I don't feel old, but I guess I am old now. So, but my birthday was great. I kind of surround myself like with friends and family and people that I'm close with, and that's how I like to spend my birthdays and holidays. I tell everybody, I say, don't get me any gifts or anything like that. Just, hang out with me and come to my dinner and stuff. So we had a nice friends and family dinner.
Okay.
At this Korean bar, which was really cool. So that was fun. I got to go to LA Comic-Con, which was super fun, except for parking in LA is like the worst. So that was stressful.
That's why I take an Uber or the metro, since I live in the city.
Got into the convention center is super fun. So for me, like that's my ideal birthday, nerding out at a Comic-Con and then spending dinner and the evening with my friends and family, drinking, having fun, and then getting, eating really good food and dessert and stuff like that. So, and then because I tell people not to buy me gifts or anything like that, I treat myself to gifts. I buy myself gifts because I'm actually a very particular person to shop for.
Well, I could imagine.
Because I like collectibles, right? And not most people don't understand collectibles. Like if you were to ask Maria, hey, go buy me a really cool card, she wouldn't know what to buy you, right? I'm assuming, right? Or if you asked any of your friends to go buy you a card or something, a collectible, they're not going to know what to buy. So
no, but she kind of would, because she knows, like, I like
most people don't. Maybe
Star Wars, and she knows my favorite sports players. That's for sure, because she has the similar ones, because we both love Patrick Mahomes.
But do you think that if you told her, go buy me something, she would know to buy you a graded card, a high grade, a rare serial numbered card?
No, I would probably just send her up to DAP Sports card store, and I'll tell you to say, like, let DAPS help you.
But most people don't know how to shop for me because I'm a collector, and most people don't, unless you collect the same things I do, you don't know anything about it. So it's hard to shop for me. So I just tell people, don't worry about it. And then I use that as an excuse to treat myself to, whatever I want at that time. So I made a big purchase over the weekend. I don't want to talk about it.
Not yet. Or
until I have it. I don't want to talk about it until I have it in hand, because I jinxed myself last week. I want to talk about this real quick here.
Oh no, what happened?
Last week I talked about how I acquired a Grail graded toy that I've been wanting since 2002. Since I was.
This was the G.I. Joe.
This was the graded G.I. Joe 2002 Crimson Viper convention set. Okay. Graded. It's a huge thing. It's like high grade everything.
Okay.
And I thought I would have it by today. It was scheduled to show up on Monday, and I think I jinxed myself because the tracking on the shipping never updated since last week. And I asked the seller, hey, what's going on with this? It says that you created a label, but you never dropped it off. And he gave me like some runaround excuse. He said that, here's the receipt. I dropped it off, so here's the receipt as proof. But he showed me, so the label that was created was United States Postal Service, and the picture of the receipt that he showed me was UPS, and all it was a receipt for like some envelopes for like $3 with no other information on it. And I'm like, what the heck is this, dude? And he didn't really answer me. He said, oh, don't worry, I called in. They said it's delayed because of a holiday shipping or whatever, but the tracking information hasn't been updated at all. So I had to file. Yeah, so I'm just gonna assume the dude is like playing me or something like that. So I just filed for a return today on eBay. Thank God eBay has a good customer service.
Does he know you're the great curator and he just doesn't want to sell it to you?
No.
Is it Raul or
maybe he figured it out? Yeah, maybe he figured it out. Who knows? But I feel like that's not coming anymore, so I don't have it anymore. So I jinxed myself. I jinxed myself, damn it. So now I'm not going to talk about any of these purchases until I have them in hand to show off, because I don't want to jinx myself anymore, especially with this last purchase that I made. It's also a very significant grail item, I would consider. So
and you bought this one on eBay as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So we don't want to jinx it.
Yes. It's we're gonna wait till next week, and then hopefully I'll have it by then, and then I can show it off. So we'll see. So, but overall, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful birthday. Despite hobby drama, despite people DMing me this and that, and this, all this stuff going on, I was able to block it out, and I had a wonderful time. So appreciate that.
Yeah, you deserve a wonderful birthday, brother. You definitely do. So I heard, we'll probably mention it again throughout the show that you're going to have a giveaway.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. I want to remind the people that are watching this right now. I'm having a giveaway. Slabmags and Stand Up Displays are teaming up and sponsoring a giveaway for my channel. So I posted a post on it on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So just go to the giveaway post, comment in that post, tag 3 people, and share the post, and then you enter the giveaway, and you can win a free slab mag and a free custom stand, whatever you want, from their site, Vera stand. Let me show you guys what it looks like. Okay. So this is the custom stand. It doesn't have to be me. You don't need to get the great curator, although it is available. It is available if you want. You can have this one, or you can have a custom jersey one, or whatever else they have available on their website. But this will be one of the stands that you will win, and you'll also get a red slab mag too. So where's my red slab mag? I don't even have it somewhere, but you get like a slab mag, a red one, and then you get one of these stands, and then you can display your cards. It'd be cool. And not a lot of people have entered this giveaway, so that's why I'm telling all the people that I interact with, and anybody that watches, this or anything like that, go ahead and enter, because you might have a good chance to win, because there's maybe like 10 people who have entered, and we're giving away 5. We're picking 5 winners, and only like 10 people have entered. So you've got good odds. Okay. That might change in the next couple of days, but just try it, and good luck to everybody involved. And we'll make this announcement at the end of the night. Also, the giveaway is open till Sunday. Okay. It's open till this Sunday. So check it out.
Nice.
Okay. Let's talk about Comic-Con real quick here.
So this is Los Angeles Comic Con, not the San Diego Comic Con. So let's don't get this mixed up, or New York. Yes. This is LA one. So it's not as big as the New York or San Diego, correct?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's definitely not as big as San Diego Comic Con. And I've never been to New York Comic Con, so I don't know about that. I can't really speak to it, but it's pretty big. It's in the LA Convention Center.
Okay.
They got a lot of big corporate booths there and all that stuff, but it's probably like half the size. I'm just guessing, like half the size of those other conventions, right?
Okay.
But I went there over the weekend, and I had a lot of fun. It was cool. Comic, I really like the comic culture scene. And
Okay.
I was thinking to myself, it's so different than a card show scene, because when like when you go to a card show, you bring your cards with you because you're hoping to buy, sell, trade. It's very transactional, right?
Hmm.
When you go to these um comic cons, these comic conventions, you don't I personally, I don't bring anything with me because I'm not going there to transact. I'm going there to look at stuff, to get free giveaways, to maybe buy stuff. I buy a lot of stuff there, but I don't go there to like sell or trade or anything like that. So it's a different culture for sure. And what I really like about the Comic Cons is that they've morphed into not just comic related items. They've morphed into like pop culture conventions where you get toys, you get like merchandise, you get demonstrations of new products and new types of shows and things like that. And they have celebrities there. They have discussion panels about, upcoming projects, things like that. You can get autographs. You can buy all sorts of stuff, toys and comics and all, little things like that. Still not much of a card presence there, except for Pokemon. Pokemon had a good presence there in terms of cards, but as like collectible cards, you know, didn't really see too much of a presence there. I'm hearing a bell. Is that you? You
Yeah.
got food order? You need to go
I'll
get
be
that?
right back. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Maria went to step away. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Go ahead and take care of that. I'll continue to talk. So
Okay.
yeah, the comic convention was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if anybody in the chat went to LA Comic Con, but if you did, please give me your thoughts on it. I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun. What did I buy? I bought some toys, mainly collectibles and toys is what I bought. I got this really cool exclusive Sergeant Slaughter G.I. Joe classified figure that I've been wanting for a while. So I got that. And then I've been buying these, like, where is it? Let me see here. Can I find it real quick? I've been buying these blind boxes of like vinyl figures. Let me show you guys real quick. So this is something that I've been kind of getting involved in lately, just for fun. I've been buying like these vinyl. These are like blind boxes, basically, right? Where you can get like these different types. They're kind of like packs. You can get like these different types of figures in here, like that. So this is like a Peanuts Snoopy version. So I've been buying that stuff. They make like Hello Kitty. I bought this for my wife. So
more toys.
Yeah, just fun stuff. And then we're starting a little collection doing it. My daughter loves this stuff, so that's like a fun thing that I've been getting into. And you know what? You might see me start bringing these things to card shows because people love these things. Like I always like look at how people run their businesses, and I try to like understand trends and things like that. And I'm watching these dudes that sell these blind boxes, and they're making a killing on these things. So don't be surprised if you see me like show up to the next card show and I've got like a few of these for sale because I think they're pretty cool. But overall, I mean, the LA Comic Con was super cool. Seeing all the comics there really makes me want to get more into collecting graded comics, high-end graded comics, especially since I sold those ones that I got from Dallas so quickly. It makes me see like the potential in these things. So I definitely want to get into comics a little bit more. That's probably something I'll focus on in next year is acquiring more like rare key comic books and things like that. But overall, I love it. I would encourage everybody to go to a Comic-Con if you get a chance.
Was a lot of people there dressed in cosplay?
Oh, that's another thing, dude. Like cosplay is a big part of these shows. People just go there just to dress up in their costumes and just to take pictures. They don't even walk the convention floor. Right. You know what I mean? Like I walk it because I want to go shopping and I want to see things and buy things. There are people that just go there to take pictures and they're serious. They bring like lighting. They bring like that professional stuff that you have that you brought to my office for Mr. Minty's.
Right.
They bring that with them.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, they got photographers there. And they're like celebrities, these people that dress up in these costumes. And some costumes are just like whatever. Some costumes are, you can tell that they bought it over the counter. But some costumes are very, very elaborate. Like they take time. They look professional.
Oh, most definitely. So,
Yeah,
do you think most of the people there were dressed in cosplay?
I would say at least 25% of people were in cosplay there.
And was the great curator in cosplay?
No, no,
No, not this time. It was
no,
your
no.
birthday, dude.
I know,
You
right?
had a
I
birthday
should.
outfit.
I want to because I wouldn't mind the attention because these people like everybody's like, oh, can I take a picture with you and stuff like that. I don't really do that a lot, but I did take a picture with this guy dressed up as a Ninja Turtle. He had a really cool costume, so that I thought that was
Ooh,
nice. I'll be
which one
posting
was? What was he?
Raphael,
Okay.
and he looked like he had the costume from the movie, the live action movie.
Oh wow.
So it was like it looked legit, and I love Ninja Turtles, so I was all over that. But that's a super fun part of the convention too. I really love the convention culture because everybody seems so welcoming with each
Mm-hmm.
other. They're
Mm-hmm.
like there's a great level of camaraderie, and that just seems really cool to me, especially given the current environment of the card community right now, how it's very, there's a lot of drama in the headlines, a lot of gossip going on. So, to kind of step away from that and go into a different collector's culture was refreshing to me. So I
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed it. That was pretty cool.
Well, that's another question I have as well, because I know when you've been going to these Comic Cons, been looking for cards. Did you see any cards this time?
No, like a few boxes of 90s cards, and I think some anime cards, which I don't know what company makes those anime ones. It's not Weiss Schwartz, it's like a different company.
Okay.
Pokemon cards, definitely no sports cards that I can think of. Maybe like an oddball one here or there, a couple here, but not like no real card presence
But
at
you
the.
didn't, yeah, you didn't see any Spider-Man metal universe.
No,
That's
not that I can
crazy.
think of, and definitely not graded cards too. So one thing I would really love to do next year is if we can get a spot at one of these conventions,
Mm-hmm.
I would love to just kind of have a a professional card presence at the show with graded cards in a nice display and just try to get some feedback and see if anybody's interested in that kind of stuff at all. I think that'd be cool to see.
Hmm.
But you know what I saw a lot of that
What?
that people are selling? Plush toys, like
Like
stuffed animals,
elaborate?
like
Like stuff you'd win at the fair or the carnival?
yeah, but like
Plush toys,
Pokemon
but
stuff.
nicer. Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of plush toys all over. Like I'm telling you, there's serious money in plush toys. I even saw a vendor that I usually run into at the premiere show in Brea,
Okay. Yeah.
and I was like, hey, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, we sell plushes now, and he had just
Oh,
all plush
what?
dolls and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, this stuff moves. So I thought that was very
Oh my
interesting.
gosh, I'm gonna come to Dan's house one day and he's gonna have like plush toys everywhere.
I already have it.
It's gonna look like Furbies.
I bought some for my daughter. Like I bought this Pepper Pig plush toy for her, and she loved it. And it's like $20, but it doesn't matter because when people want it, they pay up for that kind of stuff. So that was pretty interesting. I always love to see what people are spending their money on and just kind of studying trends and culture and things like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think that's the last big convention of the year. There's none other that I'm planning to go
Okay.
to, but I thought that was really fun, and definitely we got to try to go to one of those next year too. Oh, you know
Oh,
what
that's
else they
fun.
had there too?
What's that?
They had a wrestling ring inside the convention center.
What?
They had have you ever heard of WoW wrestling? Women of
Women of
wrestling? They
yes.
had a booth there, and they had a wrestling ring, and the wrestlers were there, and they were putting on a show for people. So I thought that was super cool to see
And
that.
you challenged one for the intergender
I tried,
title.
but I was disqualified. Okay.
They're like, come here, birthday boy.
Yeah. So that was cool. That was my experience at LA Comic Con.
Oh wow. How long were you there?
Like 6, almost 6 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And it was a whole like week event.
Yeah, it went from like Friday to Sunday, but I was only there Saturday.
Oh, it was just a 2-day thing. Gotcha.
Yeah. The parking was horrendous, so I was not about to go back there at all. But It was a lot of fun. And you know what? These conventions, they're expensive too. Like we as card collectors, we complain if we have to spend $5 to
or
get into
more.
a card
Yes,
show, right? $5 to get in a show, it should be free, right? And then some
right,
people complain if they have, and then some places charge like $15, and we're like, that's outrageous. $15 to get into a show,
right.
$20 to
Some
get in a
20,
show.
yeah.
These greedy promoters, we're not going, right? You know how
After
much it is?
they've charged $500 a table
Yeah, you
on
know how
top of
much it
that.
is to get into a Comic Con?
How
It's
much?
it's $50 for 1 day ticket.
Yeah, we paid like that much for the Star Wars celebration too.
$50 plus you can only buy it online, so you got to pay online fees, which cost me
Mhm.
another $15 in online processing fees.
Oh, so it cost you like $75 at the end.
Yeah. Plus to go there, parking was $30, and that was parking far away too. $30 to park my car to walk into the convention. So it's a lot. It's a big commitment to go to these shows, but so many people go in there. They don't complain at all. So it's just a totally different culture than card shows for sure. I would love to see card shows get to the point where they've got that kind of production level and they're just cultural events that people want to go to. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Wow. Yeah, I want
Yeah,
to go. Can't wait to see one again. When's the next one in Los Angeles?
probably sometime next year. This time next year.
Is it just once a year thing?
For this one, LA Comic Con.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
and that's another thing with these Comic Cons. They're not like they're once a year, so they're events. They're yearly events. They're not like once a month, once every 2 months, or whatever. Like a card show is, right? They when these separate promotions put on the event, it's one time a year. Comic Con one time a year. WonderCon. What's the other one? Designer Con. New York Comic Con, and then LA Comic Con. That's it.
And there's like Anime Con or something.
Yeah, yeah. These different conventions and things like that, but you know, it's just a different culture, and I think that promoters and card collectors could probably learn a lot from just kind of observing how they do things there, because it's interesting for sure.
It is. So did you have you been watching the World Cup?
Yes, I am. I'm pretty captivated by the World Cup right now. I gotta admit, and you know what's funny about this?
What's that?
I'm gonna admit this. I don't know how soccer is played. I don't know the rules. I don't know
Well, it's pretty easy.
I don't know anything except like when you score a goal, that's how you get points. But apparently you don't have to score a goal to win to advance or anything like that in
Right, right.
soccer. So I don't know anything about soccer, but I am pretty captivated by the storylines that are going on right now. And I think the World Cup is pretty cool. That first initial, whatever you call it, that first round where
The group
everybody was,
round?
yeah, the group round when everybody was like like competing to get out of that round, and just when you thought the teams were set, all this wild chaos goes on on the last couple of days. um what happened with South Korea was super cool to watch how they got in.
Hmm.
And you know what's interesting about soccer that
What's
makes
that?
me kind of want to collect soccer cards more is like these people, these soccer players and fans, they are incredibly passionate about supporting their sport. Like they cry.
Oh yes.
I was watching all the highlights, and I just don't understand why these people are crying so much. If they score a goal, they cry. If they get into the next round, they cry. If they get bounced out of the tournament, they cry. It's like everybody's crying because it means so much to them. And it's just like it's incredible, and you can't help but kind of to get drawn into that excitement and enthusiasm too. So I'm super excited about all that stuff, and it kind of makes me want to kind of learn more about soccer and start maybe collecting a little bit of soccer too. What about you?
Oh, and most definitely. Because yeah, I was telling people I watched the US play on Saturday, and a lot of people it's totally opposite here. People are like, oh, they're still in it. They're not even aware that United States men we're still in it at that point. And I'm like, yeah. We got up at what time? 6:30 in the morning, and I had to figure out how to get the game on, and whatever smart TV they had did not have the weirdest channels, and so I had to piggyback it from my phone, get Fox Sports on. Luckily, it connected to the TV, and we were able to watch soccer. So I was up early. I helped cook some breakfast. And then I was so exhausted, I didn't even make it for the second match. I went back to sleep. But I have been watching them. Yeah, today was a crazy day. Well, it was one match actually was 0-0 between Morocco and Spain, and Morocco won on penalty kicks. You see that?
Yeah, that was pretty incredible. How that Moroccan goalie was just like boom, 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 and then on the last one, he's like smiling because he blocked that.
Jeez,
it seems like it'd be very difficult.
That's a huge upset.
Yeah, these goalies, it seems like it'd be very difficult to block any of these shots. Because you really have to like, what's the word I'm looking for? You really have
tall.
What's the word I'm looking for? Telegraph. You really have to like telegraph these these hits, because if you go the wrong way, that's it. You know what I mean? And the net is so big, it's like you can't like recover if you make a mistake or anything like that. So that's really interesting. But I will say this too. I only watch the highlights because I can't watch the entire thing. It's too slow for me to understand. So I've been watching the highlights instead.
No, it's easy for me to watch. I watch it and I start looking for cards on my laptop.
Oh, okay. Like a passive thing, like kind of like baseball, right? You just kind of like,
then when I look up, I can tell when they're about to, strike, and then I start watching.
Yeah.
Or I can hear them, the announcer.
Yeah. It's fun though. I mean, and you know what's really cool about it is I love seeing how every country has a big star. Like,
oh yes.
And you're seeing all these stars have moments in the World Cup, and they're shining like Messi and Ronaldo and Heung-min Son and who's the other guy? Mbappe. Every country has like their captain.
Neymar.
Neymar is another guy. So that's super cool to kind of see that, because when we watch the Olympics, right? Like it reminds me of the Olympics in terms of how everybody's playing for their country and there's a lot of nationalism going on. In like the Olympics, there's not big time stars that you would follow. And even when you watch like basketball, right? Most countries don't have big stars that we would know of, but in soccer, every country has like a big star that becomes the captain of their team. And Pulisic is another guy, right, who had a big moment. And it's just fun to watch these guys and watch them perform.
Captain America.
Yeah, represent their countries and stuff like that. I wish that America would have made it to the next round. But I guess in soccer, anybody can win, right? It just seems like when I think of soccer, I don't think like the Netherlands are a top tier team.
Oh, Netherlands are very good.
See, I wouldn't know that. You wouldn't think so, right? When you think of soccer, you would think like Brazil, England, France, I guess.
No, the Dutch have always been pretty good.
But then you get teams like what's another team like Morocco? They're in now. They're in the next.
That's
round,
a shocker. That is
right. And then what's the other team? Croatia.
Croatia, but they were the surprise, the Cinderella team in the last World Cup. They made it all the way to the finals.
Yeah. So
and lost to who? What? Italy? No, France. Sorry, France.
Yeah. So it's just like I guess in soccer there's more of a balanced playing field, I guess. So that's super interesting to me. One thing I want to talk to you about is next year. I want to see. We might have to go to London. We might have to go to the London Card Show. So I think that
that sounds fun.
Yeah, if we plan for that, we got to bring some soccer. So we might have to talk to Brian and learn a little bit more about soccer.
Well, Brian said that he thinks we would do well. Him and Troy think we'd do well with our non-sports there, because everybody was asking for it and no one had it.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it, but I want to get in on this soccer action too. You know what I mean? And bring out some cards and see what's out there. I think it'd be fun.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, because speaking of the Netherlands, I've already sold their star player is Memphis Depay, and I had a few of his cards. Actually, had a rookie autograph, and I just sold that one yesterday. And I've had those cards for like over a year, just sitting collecting dust. And now I've sold 3 already this week, so that helped a lot.
I wonder what's going to be the effect after the World Cup, right? Like if people are not going to care about soccer anymore, or are they gonna be really into it for a couple months and then they drop off?
It's a little both, a little everything.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to make it to the finals, Dan? Do you have a pick or a favorite or anything?
Okay. Based off of my extensive knowledge of soccer and my expertise,
okay,
I'm gonna predict it's gonna be France is versus England, right? Is the next round, I think.
Yes,
So,
it is.
so I think France is gonna beat England, and then
Okay. Ooh.
I'm rooting for Portugal. Who's Portugal taking on?
Morocco.
Okay, so I'm gonna take Portugal because I've got a couple Ronaldo rookies I need to get rid of. So I need him to go
Yeah,
deep.
they scored what 6 goals today, but he didn't
Yeah.
score.
Okay, so I think it's gonna be France and Portugal, and then in the other bracket or in the other ones, what is it? Who? Can you
Croatia,
remind me?
Brazil,
Brazil. Go. That's my pick.
and
Brazil,
then Netherlands and Argentina.
Argentina. So I got to go with Messi, and then I'm gonna take Argentina over Brazil. Okay, to make it to the finals, and I'm gonna take.
Wow, you're
I'm gonna
ballsy.
take. I'm gonna. I want Portugal to go because I want to see a Messi Ronaldo final, but I think it's gonna be
Understand.
Argentina France.
That's a good one. Okay, I'm probably a little more different than you are in my choices.
Okay, what?
I'm gonna pick in the. I'm just gonna tell you who I have in the finals. I'm picking England versus Brazil.
England
Versus Brazil.
You think England's gonna beat France?
Yes, I will. The way France has been playing versus England looks a little better, a little deeper. I mean, it's anybody's ball game, of course, but still, I think England and Brazil are going to play in the finals, and I think the my third team favorite that can make it in there would be Netherlands. They look really good. They're really hot right now. They've got good chemistry going.
Interesting. Okay,
folks, what do y'all think? Leave your choices in the comments, please.
So we'll get to the next round this weekend, right? Because they play Friday, Saturday.
That's correct. Yes,
two
matches on each day.
Yeah. So that's exciting. I'm into it. I'm into soccer now. So that's going to be the next pump, guys. Soccer is going to be the next pump.
Oh wow, already okay.
Yeah. All right, let's move on real quick. I want to
What
talk
do we
about
have?
this.
Okay,
I want to talk about this real quick. Let's talk about a little bit of entertainment. Okay, entertainment. I recently just watched Black Adam.
I have not seen it, so without telling me much what happened, what do you think?
Okay, no spoilers, but I didn't watch it in the theater when it came out because I wasn't excited about it because I already knew they deviated from the comic book storyline. Whenever these movie adaptations of comics deviates totally from the source material, I know it's going to be a bad movie. I already know it's going to be a bad movie. And I love The Rock. I think he's awesome. Big block, what do you call it? Box office star, right? But even he,
the highest paid.
Yeah, even he could not save this one because it's just so different from the comic books. And this is what bends my corner segment. Okay, this is what bends my corner about these movies. It's like whoever is in charge of greenlighting these movies, whoever the producer is or however that works, executives, they don't know shit about comic books at all. All they're trying to make like some type of I don't know, trilogy series or Hollywood blockbusters, and they might take the idea of a character like the Black Adam character, they might take his name, some of his powers, but they don't understand the source material at all because none of that stuff made sense in the movie. It's just like you're taking these great characters. They had, if you look at the lineup of characters that they had in the movie, these are some of the top characters in the DC universe. Dr. Fate is one of my favorite characters in DC, in all DC. Hawkman, one of my favorite characters. And they're just like they're like nothing what they're supposed to be like from the comic books. And they're just so there's no investment for you as a viewer when you're watching this stuff because you're like, wait, that doesn't make sense. That's not how they're supposed to be, right? And then with the DC movies, they just ignore character development to the point where they just throw a team together. They expect us to know who these people are. They expect us to care about these characters, and then it's supposed to be like it's supposed to make for like a compelling storyline to follow, but it's like the first introduction of all these characters, and we don't care about any of them. We don't care if they live or they die or what powers they have. you know. And then some of the characters that were in there, like there's this character called Cyclone. It's like nobody's ever heard of that character before. That character doesn't belong in the movie with those people. You know what I mean?
It was made for
So,
the movie.
yeah. So, and since you haven't watched it, I can't really spoil it for you, but I'll just tell you, you probably don't need to watch it. To be honest.
Okay.
I mean, great special effects, cool fighting scenes, but the storyline just makes no sense. And you think that DC or Warner Brothers or whoever owns the licenses to these characters, you think that they would just all they need to do is copy Marvel's blueprint and
Mhm.
basically tell a long story where you can develop the characters, you can introduce them to the audience, develop the characters with their own movie, and then do a
Mhm.
team up movie that takes like 5 years to develop. Instead, what DC does is they try to do the team up movie first, and then they branch out the individual characters to their own solo movies, and it doesn't work. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense for a storyline. And then for them to turn Black Adam, which is one of the one of the most biggest villains in the DC universe, to try to turn him into like an anti-hero makes no sense at all to me. So that's what bends my corner. I watched that over the weekend and I was like, no wonder this movie got such bad ratings.
Is this one being produced or created by James Gunn, who worked on the Marvel movies?
I don't know who the producer is.
Okay, good, because he's supposed to take over and create the new DC universe, but I didn't know if that was starting to happen yet or not. Because he helped create part of the Marvel as well.
DC is the most wasted IP in entertainment right now. They
Yeah,
have
right.
they have arguably the biggest characters out there. Superman and Batman are two of the most beloved, well-known characters that you can monetize in all of comic book storylines, and they just don't know how to make a movie. They made like how many Batman movies have they made now? Like 2 or 3 that they rebooted. I can't even remember.
Two or three. Have you seen the latest, the Batman?
Yeah, that was stupid too. I didn't
Oh,
like
you didn't
that.
like it? I'm gonna go see that Thursday night with
No,
the composer
no,
Michael Giancano.
I didn't like that movie at all. Yeah, they made 3 Batman movies. They had Christian Bale,
Yeah, The Dark Knight,
Ben
right?
Affleck, and Robert Pattinson. You know,
Robert Pattinson, and of course Michael Keaton from
right?
the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, and then they got Superman, and I like Henry Cavill as Superman. I like that character, but those movies that he was in, they didn't make sense.
Horrible. Ugh.
They didn't make sense. So they got some of the biggest characters, and every other character they have has a Marvel counterpart. So they've got Aquaman, they got Doctor Fate, they've got all these other characters that they could tell similar storylines to, but they just don't know how to put it together, and it sucks, and I hate it.
The only DC recently that I saw that I liked was the Zack Snyder's director's cut of the
That was
Justice
actually a
League.
really good movie. I like
It
that.
was. Yep.
I like that. Why did they not release that? Why
I
did
don't
they
know.
do what they did in the first place and had that movie bomb because they did it? So it's like mismanagement. And the only thing that I can say, or my only theory for that, would be that whoever's in charge, the executives, are not relying on the source material. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I think I don't know how it works. Maybe it's the director's fault, but I feel like everybody wants to take the source material of a character, and then they want to put their own spin on it to make it unique to their own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Their unique thing's just not working. It's not unique enough, or too unique, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. So until DC gets their act together, they're always going to be like way, way, way behind Marvel. And because they can't get their act together, their cards and their comic books and things like that are not as collectible as Marvel, in my opinion.
Well, they are moving up. I've been watching this. Who is it? Jack Junkwax era or whatever his name is, investor or whatever it is, where it shows like the top 10 non-sports cards of the week, and he does all the other ones from like the 90s. And lately, in the past month, the ones in the top 10, even the top 3, are all these the Spider-Man and Superman, the vintage ones, the original ones. So
Interesting.
I thought maybe you'd get your hands on those.
Not yet.
Those.
Who knows? We'll see. We'll
A
see.
few $1,000s each, man.
Okay, let's talk about what do you want to talk about next?
Do you have a pump of the week or any mail day?
Mail day. Okay, so we're gonna introduce.
Mail day, but
we're gonna do mail day. We're gonna do mail day, but first we're gonna do a new segment. What's
Nude.
It's gonna be called Pump of the Week. Okay.
Okay.
Pump of the week, guys. This is gonna be Pump of the Week. Basically, it's gonna be us talking about something that we're really excited about. Okay. Some new thing that maybe not a lot of people know about that we're excited about, or whatever's on our mind. So I will start first. I kind of talk about it every week or so, but I'm really getting into wrestling cards right now, and I'm going to show you from my mail day some of the wrestling cards that I got. But I am really into wrestling right now.
Mm-hmm.
The storyline with the bloodline just keeps building, building, and they keep teasing The Rock at WrestleMania. They just had a tease on his TV show, The Young Rock.
They did,
where they showed the SmackDown Championship, the Universal Championship belt there. He walked by a trophy room. Okay. He walked by a trophy room, and on the trophy case were 3 belts: the Winged Eagle belt, which he won, and then the other belt that he won, the updated version of the belt that he won.
God, it's funny you know all these.
And then in the middle was the Universal Championship, which he's never won before. So they teased that.
He never won it.
No.
I did not know that.
So they teased it as that's like a teaser or an Easter egg that maybe he could go against Roman. But anyways, the whole storyline ever since Triple H took over wrestling, it's awesome. It's great. I love it. I'm waiting for Charlotte to come back. That's going to be really cool. I hope Sasha Banks comes back.
Right
at some point. So because I'm so into wrestling right now, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've been collecting wrestling cards a lot. So that's my pump of the week.
Oh yeah, and you and me both. You know me, I love the wrestling as well. I've been watching that. I even watch AEW every Wednesday. I haven't been watching the Rampage as much or NXT because there's so much damn wrestling. Almost every night there is wrestling on.
I can't keep up with it. I don't watch NXT.
They're all DVR them all, but I just sometimes I can't get to it because I'd rather watch it in the living room, and Maria does not like watching wrestling with me until it's maybe like 10:30, and then she's like hands me the baton, the remote, and goes, "Okay, if you want to watch wrestling now." So I started watching Raw last night at around 10:30, and she saw the Judgment Day, and she cracks up over Rhea Ripley. Mm-hmm. She's like, that woman is as big as a dude. Look at her arms.
I love Rhea.
And I'm like, well, she's like, why do guys into her so much like that? So a lot of guys find her sexy, man.
Oh yeah. She's got the look.
I told Maria that you wanted her to manhandle you.
Oh.
I'm gonna throw you in the ring.
Oh yeah, she could whatever that submission that she does, where she grabs the legs and she pulls you up, whatever that thing is called. She could do that to me. She could do the rip. She could put me in the riptide any day of the week, and I wouldn't complain.
Oh my gosh, you should have seen Maria's face when I told her that.
Yeah, so
I don't get it. Why doesn't he go for like Becky or someone or Liv Morgan?
I love
like, that's me. I'd go for those two.
I love those girls too. I love Charlotte too, but Rhea.
God, Charlotte's in Amazon though too.
Rhea's got that unique look. You know what I mean?
I think even Bianca Belair is sexy, man. Woo.
They're all good. I love.
I like her abs.
We're gonna get ourselves in trouble here, but
by the wifeys.
Let's just end it like this. That we love women's wrestling. Okay, women's wrestling. If you guys haven't got into it, you need to get into it because it's amazing.
And I love how they're doing all these factions now.
Oh God, I love it. Yes, factions are one of the funnest things for me to watch because it's like these gangs fighting each other, every week. And I hope that they bring in some more factions. I want to see them reform the Hurt Business. I think Bobby Lashley needs the Hurt Business, and I think they could feud against the Bloodline. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I can't understand what's going on there with the writing. Like, is Bobby Lashley or Seth Rollins, are they good, bad? Like, where are they? They're in this weird limbo. Both of them are in this weird limbo area. They get cheered and jeered, and they're stuck in that middle.
Yeah,
So,
I like Bobby Lashley a lot. I just think the dude looks like he looks like
he's
a
cut.
yeah, he looks like a crazy comic book
He
superhero.
does, yeah.
You know, I don't like
And he
Seth
dresses
Rollins at
nice
all.
too. I like the way he dresses.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's not very good on the mic. You
No,
know,
he's not. That's why he's had managers for all those
yeah,
times.
he can't do a good promo. So that's why he needs to have MVP next to him. He needs to have the Hurt Business.
He doesn't have a it's weird for a guy that's built like that. He doesn't have an angry voice.
Yeah,
He doesn't. It's like
yeah,
so nice when he talks. It sounds so friendly.
yeah,
I think that's the issue.
yeah.
He doesn't get mad.
But yeah, wrestling's great. Let's get into mail days here because I got some wrestling cards. I need to go grab it. Do you want to go first?
Oh, and I was going to ask you too. One more question. What do you think about what's happening with MJF and in AEW? I mean, the way he turned on. Oh my gosh, I blinked out. Regal. Thank you, William Regal.
Well, I just loosely pay attention to AEW. I don't even watch it. I just watch highlights. But I think that he's getting to the point where he's like Stone Cold, where he's a villain, he's a heel, but he's too cool, and everybody loves him.
Yeah, and Flair's the same way. Yeah,
they cheer him because
and Roman Reigns same way.
He's so over, so he has to do these turns to get people to boo him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but is it going to work? Because William Regal has always been kind of mostly a heel all his life.
I think so. I think MJF has a way of just like people love to hate him. You know what I mean? Like just the stuff that he says, and he's never going to play into the crowd. Like with Stone Cold played into the crowd where he was so badass, you cheered for him, and then he played into the crowd. You know what I mean? With his what, all his stuff, right?
Right.
I think MJF is smart enough to know not to play into the crowd where he'll say things to piss people off. You know, he'll be super over. His promos will be great, but then he'll turn on the crowd too and just say stuff.
I know, and all this time they thought that MJF was going to be turning babyface, and it was totally opposite.
He can never be. He's like a Ric Flair. He can never be a babyface.
Only for a short amount of time.
Yeah, he can be really, really over, and then he'll do something to turn on somebody, and then get him.
Exactly. That's how Flair would always be in WCW and NWA days.
Right.
Okay, so what do you have to show us?
Let me go grab it real quick.
Okay. Guys, we got a lot of comments to read tonight, folks. And if you all watch wrestling, what have y'all thought about the all the wrestling things, storylines going on, and how do you think AEW's looking and WWE? Let me know if y'all watch anything else. Impact, Ring of Honor, all of it. I don't know. I know all that stuff comes on, but I don't get to watch all of it. Oh, what's Dr. Fate? Oh my goodness. So many people have so many things. Yeah, Batman 423. You had a lot of Batman comments. Mbappe, it's going to have to do well along with all his other French peers. They're going to have to do pretty well.
A couple of things I want to show you, and then I got to go get some other stuff here that's bigger. So speaking of wrestling, what I got right now here is, speaking of Bobby Lashley, here's a Bobby Lashley Impeccable 1 of 1. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 1 of 1 from the Impeccable series.
Ooh.
Pick that up. And then another 1 of 1. Bailey Sasha Banks Super Fractor. Nice. Top Finest, I think, right?
Uh-huh.
Is this Top's Finest? Yeah. Top's Finest, Bailey, Sasha Banks, Tag Team, Super Fractor. So recently just picked that up off of some eBay auctions here. And then I got to go get the other things. Give me a second.
Okay. Someone says soccer's dropped off like F1. Hilarious.
I've not been. This is the first time I'm debuting this. I haven't even posted this on eBay yet. This is an uncut sheet.
Whoa.
Uncut sheet. I believe 1998 Gemz. That's what this is called. That's Gemz.
Oh yeah, because it's like the Jam Spread company, whatever it is.
This is the one that has. I collect Kobe Bryant insert uncut sheets. So there's the Kobe Bryant right there. That's what this is. It's a acetate sheet, so that's why you can kind of see through it. So I'm going to get this baby framed up right there. Check that out. Very cool. And then my other one is another uncut sheet. I was telling you guys this the other day. This is the Dunk and Go Nuts. Dunk and Go Nuts uncut sheet.
Now those come out the same year as the Jam ones did, since they were playing with like brands.
This is 1999.
Okay.
1999. Dunk and Go Nuts. And then there's the Kobe Bryant right there.
Yeah,
but
nice.
This thing is actually all like acetate. It's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I'm going to frame this thing, but it's going to be interesting to see. So front and back, I'm going to go to Dunkin' Donuts and I'm going to take a picture in front of the donuts with this baby.
You need maybe like a white backdrop or something.
Yeah.
Not black.
Something like that. Yeah, so I picked those up recently, and then that was the whole thing when I was telling you guys the story about like how I got that at a discount when I tried to buy it earlier this year. It went for like $11,000, and I was able to get it for like three grand.
That was it?
Yeah. So that's my mail day. How about you? Anything?
No, nothing. I've pretty much been trying to get Christmas presents and everything ready for people and birthdays and everything. Did I ever show you this one though? We're talking about Black Adam and The Rock. But I have this. This is funny. Did you know The Rock was in a Star Trek episode of Voyager back in 2000?
Yeah.
And this is called a Sunkatse. Do I say that right? And these are just jumbo cards that you can get The Rock. And they came out of a set, and I bought them individually, and they're numbered out of 999. This one's 51 of 999. And I think that's Jerry Ryan, is it not?
I don't know.
Her back facing us. I think it's mostly cards of her, whatever character she was. What was that? 7 of 9 or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Is that her character's name?
Yeah.
And so I thought it was kind of cool. I might get this one slapped of The Rock.
You think they would do
2000. It? Yeah, someone will do it. PSA or SGC or anyone.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It's a card.
Yeah.
It's a jumbo card, but they'll do it. So I'll send it in. All right. What else did you bring, Dan?
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh,
Anything
right.
else you want to show off?
No, that's it.
Oh, I just noticed that you're wearing your Between Two Slabs shirt. So we're twins. We're twins.
Twinsies. Yes. There we are, guys. Please check it out on paper Gemz. And that's Gemz with a Gemz. Check him out on Instagram. And I think he may have a site link there where you can purchase the shirt. They're all very minimal amount, very exclusive, but he's got all kinds of other cool apparel t-shirts that have got things that are themed to the sports card market.
Yeah.
So check it out, folks. And this is a Star Wars special one.
Yeah.
For Between Two Slabs exclusive.
Speaking of shout outs, let me doing our weekly shout outs of people that we want to highlight in the hobby here. Let me do mine. I'm going to shout out my friend Domata Pecco of Pecco Collections. So, yeah. So if people don't know who he is, he's a former NFL player turned card collector. He deals almost exclusively with soccer cards, but he also likes pop culture too. And he, from time to time, he'll give me like gifts. He'll give me like Star Wars cards or Marvel cards and things like that. Super cool guy. If you've ever met him, the guy's huge. He looks like a scary dude. He's like a big Samoan guy, but super, super, super nice. One of the nicest guys that you'll probably ever meet in the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Go check out his Instagram, Pecco Collections on Instagram. He's like a father-son duo. He does it with his son, his teenage son, Joseph. They're just really, really cool people, and we need more people like that in the hobby that are just like super friendly, super giving, and that are very passionate about collecting. He also buys, sells, trades soccer cards. I think he does like a whatnot show.
He does.
Yeah, he sets up at card shows sometimes. He was just at the Newport showcase this past weekend. But super cool guy, and he always posts like positive messages on Instagram, which is rare these days, guys. Positive content is rare.
Exactly right.
We'll get into that too. But we need more people like him in the hobby. So
and don't let his size intimidate you, folks. He is a big man.
I want him to to go to NXT and become
He
like
could be a wrestler. He's definitely wrestler size.
I want him to be part of the bloodline,
I know, right?
So
yeah, what was he? A lineman or whatever for Cincinnati Bengals?
He's a defensive lineman.
Defensive lineman was for Cincinnati, and I forget what college he went to. But if you see him, you would Michigan. That's right.
Michigan State.
Michigan State. Okay,
yeah.
The Spartans.
Yeah,
but he is a big guy, but he's got big energy, mad energy.
Yeah, super. Like I cannot emphasize how nice this guy is when you see him. But so shout out to him and go check out his Instagram, Pecco Collections, Peko Collections, Pecco Collections.
Oh, I want to give shout out to a local. I can't even open this thing up right now. Cali King Breaks, and that's Cali like California, CALI, then King like Queen and King, then Breaks. Three words. Check him out on Instagram, Cali King Breaks. Great guy. He's always coming to our table at all the shows, taking pictures of Dan and I. He's got some really cool stuff and got some cool breaks. But he's a great member of the community, so check him out.
Yeah. All right. Before we get in the comments here, let's address the drama that's been happening this week real quick.
We haven't even talked about it yet. I feel like I've heard so much
about
we had already.
I'm not part of it. This
no
week.
More? Are you stepping back?
Well, no, I'm just saying this week I am actually not part of this. I am not a part of this drama at all. But there was
because you didn't have enough money in your PPA loans.
Let's not get into that part. But there's a storm brewing. This is not gonna end lightly. I think right now with those guys. Those guys are they are kicking like a hornet's nest with the people that they're messing with right now, and it's not. I don't think it's gonna turn out well. Honestly, the stuff that they're producing out there, the stuff that they're publishing on their website, and the shit that they're trying to start out with these people, I don't think it's going to end well for sure. But it's a lot. It's getting a little bit too crazy right now, and I feel like these dudes are having their moment where they're just so emboldened to talk about anything. You know what I mean? Like they'll dig up something on Ken Golden that happened like 30 years ago or whatever it is, and they'll try to make an issue of it. And I don't know. I feel like for me personally, when they were messing with me at first, it was kind of fun for me to like clap back at these guys. It was fun. It was a fun banter. I got a lot of exposure from it. I got followers and all this stuff. But after a while, after like the third week, it kind of like started to feel like a waste of time. You know what I mean? It's like I had my fun. And then that was it. And it started to feel like it was a waste of time. Like they just kept dragging it out because they had nothing better to talk about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then they moved on to these other guys. And I bet you they'll probably make fun of me again. They'll probably attack me again for whatever reason, but it just kind of feels like a waste of time now. You know what I mean?
It's all your benefit though.
Yeah. And
to lose.
Right. I just feel like they're trying to turn the hobby, them and those other idiots that follow them. They're trying to turn the hobby into just like this TMZ type atmosphere where it's just like headline gossip. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a lot of these things is like, who cares? Who cares that these dudes, I don't know, got in trouble 20 years ago, or that they took out PPP loans to support their business during the pandemic when we all thought the world was going to end. Who cares about any of this stuff? It doesn't.
You have a right to do it.
It doesn't affect me on a personal level as a collector, and the stuff that I do, it doesn't affect me at all. I don't really care. I don't really have an opinion about it. But they're just like trying to make it seem like these people are like the worst people in the world. And I think that they're playing with fire. I think that at some point these guys aren't going to mess around and they're going to do something to these people. And that's going to be really interesting when that happens, I think, to see how it affects everybody else in the hobby too, that try to make this content, this negative content out there.
And those guys, they're from California, just like you and I are, but I've never seen them face to face. Have you?
No, they're not part of the hobby. I've said this many times before. These dudes are not part of the hobby. They don't go to card shows. They don't set up. They don't sell, buy, sell, trade that I know of or anything like that. They just make their content for entertainment purposes. They are content creators first and foremost. They are content creators. They comment on hobby issues and things like that, but they're not actual members like us. They don't go to card shows. They make fun of us for going to card shows. You know, they say that we waste our money going to card shows and that they just make fun of us. They make fun of everybody.
Well, it could be true. We could waste our money, but that's our choice.
But that's how we do. That's how we interact in the hobby. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
They make fun of people collecting cards. They say cards are pictures of men, right? We want to fondle cards.
But they're doing this too. They always talk about how they've been in the card business for 20, 30 years.
I don't think so. I think they might have been in it at one time or another. Now they're just content creators. That's how I see them. I see them as content creators. They've got their weekly show. They make videos, and that's it. And that's their way of participating in the hobby, which is fine, whatever, no problem. But the stuff that they keep bringing up, they bring it up like it's what do you want to call it? Like the main issue in the hobby. But it's like, to me, it's like, who cares?
Yeah, they look pretty young. Yeah, someone says they've been around since 2008. Used to own card shops. They had the top blogs and websites in 2009. So that's what, 13, 14 years ago.
Well, I feel like they probably, maybe the hobby passed them by and they got real bitter about it.
Oh, maybe so.
Because the hobby has evolved. If you don't think the hobby has evolved since 2008, I don't know where you've been the last couple of years, but it definitely has evolved. New people have come into the hobby. There's a new way of interacting. There's a new way of promoting yourself through social media and all these things. And people who are not, who resisted that change probably felt like they got left behind, and they've probably evolved into where they're just like content creators and they just comment on the hobby and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, but the thing is, like, I just feel like it just feels like a waste of time dealing with these guys. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what happens, I think, like, no matter what happens, they're always going to make their weekly content and they're going to attack people and try to get attention and do all this stuff.
True.
Because that's all they do. And we can engage with them. We can make content about them and all that stuff, but it just feels like a waste of time to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather be talking about other fun stuff than negative stuff that doesn't really affect me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But the thing I worry about that is I feel like the people that follow them, because they keep messaging me, like their followers, they message me and they just say stupid shit that has nothing to do with me. And I just feel like these people are getting angry for no reason. You know what I mean? I always talk about the false sense of grievance that these people are being that are being put into these people, and they get angry for no reason, and then they lash out at other people in the hobby. And I think that probably that has no place in the hobby. So I would like to see that go away. But as far as interacting with these guys, they're just going to do their thing, and that's fine. They can do whatever they want. But I don't think that we really need to spend too much time talking about them,
Yeah. No, I mean.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, let's get to the comments here and see what we got.
All right. Adrian, CV Sports Cars. Sounds like some crazy action over my house. What's up, Adrian? Zach of all trades. Speaking of that, thoughts on PPP loans?
Well, I think I just answered this, but my thoughts are, who cares? I don't care. Okay. I don't care about people who took PPP loans to pay and support their businesses, because if they got approved for the loan and it got forgiven, then that was enough for me to whatever, so it doesn't really affect me. And I understand. One thing I'll say about this too is that during the pandemic, for me personally, it was very scary. It was a very scary time.
For everybody. Me too.
For me, for my family and everything like that. And I was at that time, I would have done anything to protect myself, my family, my home, anything. So I don't blame people for doing anything during the pandemic to survive. Now, I know that people did commit fraud and things like that, and they got caught for it. So that's not what I'm talking about. But for everybody else that was trying to get whatever resources they could just to protect what they had. I don't blame people for that at all. Same way that I don't blame people for collecting unemployment or collecting, whatever else they had during that time, stimulus checks and things like that. Who
Right.
cares? And definitely in terms of the context of the hobby, it doesn't affect me at all. So I don't care about any of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a problem if people take PP loans out and then bitch about student loans getting taken care of. I don't like hypocritical situations like that. Makes me mad.
Right. Let's not talk about that either, because
I know.
I got some student loans that need to be forgiven, but they're not.
Have you signed up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you did fill out. Maria did too, but
Yeah.
mine were all paid off. So
Yeah.
I paid all mine off.
Right.
Toa, Curator Army, mount up. There's the word or the sentence of the day. Thank you, Toa. Been waiting for that one again. Toa, again, when are you on the SCI virtual, Dan?
Oh, yes. So let's talk about this. I got invited to Jeff Wilson's Sports Card Investor. I got invited to his virtual card show, and I will be there tomorrow, Wednesday, at 7:10 Pacific Standard Time, West Coast time.
10 p.m. East Coast time,
yes,
and 7 Pacific time.
Yeah, so I'll be there for like 10 minutes.
Tell me this.
10 minutes. It just happened a couple days ago.
Okay.
Again, because of the exposure that I got, because of the exposure that those guys gave me, I've been elevated. I've been elevated to that next level where I get to be featured on that virtual card show. Sports Card Investors virtual card show. So check me out there. Who knows? I might be dropping bombs. on my 10 minutes. So we'll see.
You got 10 minutes, dude. 10 minutes of fame right there. Axel, what's up, buddy? Good to hear from you again. What up, guys? Seems like a lot of people may be on the Jeff Wilson live right now. It has been a trip with some massive technical difficulties.
I was watching it earlier.
And Dan, that's what you told me before we got
on. I hope they fix it by tomorrow, because if I get cut off early, I'm going to be pissed. I need my airtime, guys. I need my airtime.
Get that ready.
I hope they fix all that stuff. But yeah, it was a mess earlier.
Make sure your earbuds are charged up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
David Faru. Hey, Merlin Curator. What's up, David? Adrian, what are your guys' game plan goal in 2023? Have a good time, collect. We've got some more things coming up. I think we're actually going to start curating some events in the Los Angeles area and doing more of that, like sponsoring events, I think, in the coming this year.
Yeah, next year we're definitely going to be focusing on the bigger shows. We're going to cut down our show schedule. This year we went to 20 shows, believe it or not, guys. I think 20 or
I feel every single one of them.
So next year we're going to go towards we're probably going to cut that down to 10 shows and focus on the really, really big shows like Dallas, the National. Maybe we might go out to the East Coast. We might go to Chantilly. We might go to Philadelphia if we can. We were just talking about going to London. That could be really cool. Burbank card show, things like that. Mm-hmm. So we'll be going to less card shows next year, but then we'll be making more interesting content for you guys. I've been trying to get Merlin for a while to do interviews. So
I'm going to start doing that too, because my neck is slowly getting healing again, finally.
Merlin's going to start doing interviews, and then, like he said, we're going to start hosting events.
We're going to be collaborating, doing special events in the LA area. That's going to be super cool. We can't wait to tell you all about it.
Yeah,
but they're going to be freaking awesome.
Pop-up events, guys. Pop-up events. So, and then just keep doing what we're doing, collecting, having fun, living the life, doing between two slabs. That's not going anywhere. WrestleCon, we're going to do WrestleCon.
That's right. We got WrestleMania here come the end of March.
If we can, we're going to try to do a Comic-Con. So a lot of
fun. Try to change it up a little around, do some other unique shows and things like that, or attend them.
Speaking of that, I just realized the other day, maybe this is why people don't like us as much, is that we are pop culture card collectors in a sports card environment,
Yes.
So I want to branch out into other type of environments and bring pop culture cards into there. But I figure that's probably why a lot of people pick on us, because we're we're like outsiders in the sports card world. You know what I mean? And we're trying to like get people to cross over into our side and things like that. I don't know. It just occurred to me
Yeah,
that
that's why we can't be scared. You can't back down, and you've got to commit to it, because if you believe in it, if you love doing it, then you stick to your guns, is what I say. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue to stick to our guns and collect what we love and trade what we love and be around the people that we care and love about and have the best time in this market. Jack of all trades, comics and cards. That's right. Maybe some more comics and cards.
No, he's saying comics over cards.
Comics over cards. That's good. Maybe Zach. Maybe I might buy some comics again. I haven't bought any in like 30 years.
I really like comics. I really like comics, but I gotta say, I was just thinking about this the other day. It's hard to argue the efficiency of collecting cards in terms of the size, the amount of real estate that these cards take up. You can have an entire collection in one Zion case, and that would be enough. You can travel with them easily. You can store them easily. They're worth a lot of money. You can buy, sell, trade them easily. It's hard to argue with the efficiency of cards, but I do love these other collectible markets such as comics, toys, and other things like that.
Axel, I'm one of those soccer crier guys. I love it, Axel. I cry every time Messi or Peru score. Seriously. I love it. Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting that people are that passionate about the game, right? And it makes me wonder how passionate they are about collecting the cards, and talking to those type of people.
Jordan, good to see Jordan. Dang, your understanding of soccer is impressive.
Well, when I set up next to Brian, Sunday League investor, for like the better part of the year, you pick up a thing or two. You pick up a thing or two, Jordan. So thank you, appreciate that.
He's quick at it. Miss you, Jordan. Dave from Ohio. Soccer is amazing if you give it a chance. It is great. Did you play soccer as a kid?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You never did?
No.
I did. It was a kid. Then when I moved to North Carolina, they didn't have soccer at our school or anything. Denny Cards. You know Denny Cards? He's been messaging me.
Yeah, I know him.
Okay. Going to London will be a difficult transition because you'll have to learn their unique language. British English. I know my British English.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. I can speak the Queen's English. Jay Can. Soccer is okay. Drop off like F1.
I don't pay attention to that. Yeah, I haven't paid attention to F1 market, but I guess the prices are down just like anything else, right?
But I've been selling quite a few cards of soccer.
But people got to realize, people keep saying, oh, F1 market is down and this and that. It's like every market is down, guys.
Everything.
That's why I kind of I always roll my eyes when people say, oh, the Marvel market is down. Everything is down. Okay. If you have any of these, if you are QB prospecting at the beginning of the season, all the QBs are down, basically.
Yeah.
Whoever is buying Baker Mayfield cards, those cards are down,
Yeah, you're not kidding. Metaphorically and literally, they're down.
There's Jimmy Garoppolo just got injured, and then
we're out for the year. I think Lamar Jackson's out for 4 or 5 games.
Whoever the quarterback for the 49ers is now, I don't even know his name, Mr. Irrelevant, they call him.
Poor
People
guy.
are buying up his cards on eBay. I'm sure that's going to end well for those guys too,
You have to get sacked like 20 times.
Yeah, so it's like every market is down. Just like, who cares anymore,
Yeah, I was surprised that the Rams picked up Mayfield. I felt their season's over with. I felt like someone like the 49ers would have picked up Mayfield.
Who knows?
They're more desperate. And they're, in the playoff hunt. Argentina versus Portugal final will break the soccer card market. I'm sure it would if that happened. Messi versus Ronaldo. Chuck, France versus Brazil, power ranking top 2 teams favorite to win Brazil. I can see that. France is great. They're the defending World Cup champions. Jay Can, Dr. Fate is so powerful, stronger than Black Adam. I don't know much about Dr. Fate though. Do you, Dan?
Yeah, I'm a big Dr. Fate fan. Think of him like the equivalent of Doctor Strange. He's like a magician. So right? He uses magic to fight and stuff like that. But I didn't, I like to see him on the screen, but I just didn't like the way they did his character. And I can't spoil it for you. So you got to watch it and then we can talk about it.
So Is Pierce Bronson Dr. Fate?
Yes.
Okay, so I figured it was. He even kind of look alike. J-Can, Cryptozoic Middle Earth card, sketch and actor auto cards. So nice.
That is actually a very interesting brand of cards. They make some. Do they make the Game of Thrones ones too? No, that's Rittenhouse. But
Yes.
those off-brand card companies that have these TV show licenses and things like that, those things, people should be checking those things out, because I think a lot of that stuff is still very much under the radar. The Harry Potter stuff, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, all that stuff.
Okay. Enough with a squeaky toy. Charles, what's up, man? What's up, guys? The Miz, the best heel in the business. He is, until MJF comes along.
that'd be really great matchup right there.
Oh, it would be. I can see it happening soon. Culture Shock Collectibles. What's up, gentlemen? Hope y'all are doing great tonight.
You know, I think the Miz could be, he could be like what's it called? What do I want to call it? Like an MJF if they just unleashed him. You know?
Right. How old is he now? Like 40?
Probably around there.
So he still has a few more years. Paulo Filoso, which card market do you guys think has the most potential to grow? That's pretty easy. I still think wrestling's growing as we speak.
Yeah, I'd say pop culture cards, but if you want to be more specific, I'd say probably I'd say Star Wars and wrestling. You know,
and like I said, I told Dan earlier in the show, every week I'm starting to see more and more of the vintage pop culture growing and growing, like astronomically. Even during this time of our economy, it's still doing very well. David Faru, what do you think of basketball eminence cards that contain the silver, gold, and platinum ingots? How would you value these cards?
To me, those cards are like gimmick cards. They look really cool. They look amazing, but to me, they don't really sell well. I had the ones where they had the diamonds in them, and I was collecting them for a while. The flawless diamond cards. I had some rare ones. I had like a Wilt Chamberlain out of 3, Magic Johnson, Kareem, George Mikan. I was collecting all the Laker diamond cards, and those cards were so hard for me to move because nobody wanted diamond cards. Nobody cared about them, you know? So I think that the silver gold bar ones, platinums, they're probably the same thing. They're like a gimmick card, and they're super thick too. They're like, you can't put them in a slab mag. You can't grade them. You know, they're just gigantically huge cards. They look like a, you know, they're like an ice cream. There's ice cream bar.
They're huge.
So I don't think I think if you want to collect them, you can do that. But they're not, to me, they're not really going to catch on as like a valuable card that you could flip or anything like that.
What do we have next? Oh, her daddy. That's not my room.
Sorry, I'm going through these comments here. I'm trying to go through all these comments.
We'll have some more guys. Well, who we have, Dan? Let's see here.
Let me see here. Oh, sorry, I got a comment. I don't want this chat to get too crazy. I got to screen some of these comments.
I understand. No, I agree with some people here on the comments, but once we get there, maybe I can comment. Shin Bin Maru, do you gentlemen collect animation cells? No, but that's pretty cool.
I thought about it. It's not something I would collect like a whole bunch, but if I found like a cool one from a TV show that I like G.I. Joe or Batman or Transformers, I might pick one up if I can find a cool one. But there's so many out there that they're hard to find a really good one.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Andrew Lee, Andor is the best Star Wars TV series. Agree. I do love Andor. Yeah, it's up there with Mandalorian. They're my 2 favorites. I've told Dan that in the last few shows. But yeah, that was a great series. Definitely. Thumbs up.
I just watched the final of that yesterday.
Oh, you did? Oh, I thought you had already finished.
Yeah, no, I just finished it yesterday, and I mean, it's okay.
What?
I don't think it's the best show.
What mood were you in,
You
bro?
know, I don't think it's the best show. It's okay. It's
Always better
entertaining.
than okay. Don't listen to this
It's
guy.
cool that it's a Star Wars show. I'll watch it because it's Star Wars,
Oh.
but I just couldn't really get that into it myself.
Oh, I loved it.
You know,
it was too nerdy for Maria. She bailed out halfway through, but I stuck with it and loved it. Unorthodox. Hey guys, from UK. Hope you're well. Thanks, man. Likewise. Thanks for watching us from the UK.
Yeah. All right, so I think we can wrap it up with the comments now. We're going.
You got make sure talk about your giveaway one more time, okay?
Oh yeah, let's do the giveaway again. For those of you guys who were not with us at the beginning, we're doing a giveaway. Slabmags and Stand Up Displays is sponsoring a giveaway. Where is it? Right here, where you get one slab mag and you get one of these custom displays. It does not have to be the one with my face on it. It does not have to be this one. It can be whatever they have on their website. But only like 10 people entered, and they're giving away 5. They're picking 5 winners, so you get one of each product. So go ahead and find the post on my Instagram and enter that. All you have to do is just comment, tag 3 people, and share the story on your Instagram, and you're entered to win. The giveaway goes until this Sunday, December 11th. So check it out.
All right, love it, man. I want to get one of those myself.
Okay, you are eligible, so you can enter too. All right. Any parting words?
Yeah. So get on my channel. If you guys that are viewers, the Curator Army, if you're mounted up right now watching the show, then please go and mount up on my channel on YouTube at Mer World Cards. That's 2 words. Mer World's 1 word. Cards. And subscribe. That's all you need to do. You don't need to go on there all the time. Just hit subscribe and let it go, because I only need 12 more to match 800. And when we meet 800, then I'll be making a video of the giveaways that I'm going to give to all my subscribers and viewers. So we're only 12 away. So let's make this happen, folks, before Christmas time, please. And we're going to have some more. I'm feeling better. My neck's slowly getting there. I've got a lot of doctors seen this week. So I'll be making some more videos. And like you said, Dan mentioned earlier, I'll be having a lot of interview shows coming up in the near future. And they're going to be some really good guests. And I'm really looking forward to 2023 and the holidays and having those people lined up for my show. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button so you know when those interviews come up. Dan, hit it.
And that's it for me. I don't have anything else to really plug except my giveaway. So appreciate you guys spending the night with us. Check me out tomorrow, though, on that virtual card show, Sports Card Investor. That's going to be must-see TV.
Yeah, now how do we click onto that?
It's on YouTube. It's just going to be a YouTube live show on Sports Card Investors channel.
At 7 p.m. Pacific time.
7:10 is when I'm going in there.
Okay, we'll just go on there at 7, folks, so we can prepare for the great curator. I'll be on there right then. And also, check that out. So I can't wait.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. We will see you next week.
See y'all next week, guys. Bye-bye.